Welcome to Aurei Place, Factorio Seablock. This is episode 47. We're setting up green science. We've got these green circuits going on, or these what are called micro wafers. And the next step towards that is micro circuits. And yeah, we had some issues also with landfill, as in we were using it a lot. And I switched over some of the production to split here down the middle, right? So yeah, we've got some going on there, we've got some going here, so that's nice. Basically because of the lengths of the belts, we're getting a lot of backlog this way. Here we do have priority towards the right, so that's good. And yeah, I think we can just continue. Like, we have a little bit of landfill, so we can just keep building this out and see how far we get. And if we run into issues, then we'll figure it out at that point. We'll need an assembly machine. Oh, we had a couple in reserve still, so that's good. Let's put down inserters. This one is a little bit towards the right, but that's okay. We want to have some more belts also. Yeah, we're running a little bit low on iron. So in that sense, we're actually we're nicely building along, but that really does mean that we're using our resources as well. So the faster we move, the more we will run into this issue. Okay, so this is the microcircuits, and those go into these guys. So along with tin plates. So what we want is we want to chain these up, and we want to bring the tin plates up as well, and then bring those together. I guess what we could be doing is set up the other production here first, and then we might choose to do it here instead. That would also be fine. Yeah, so let's go grab some iron. I guess we could do that here as well, right? Yeah. There's a little bit of a backlog as well. Just a little bit though. We need to be careful on that, basically. Yeah. These we can all handcraft with some steel, so we could build one of these advanced labs. Yeah. These are not that big of a deal, right? It's only tin, copper, and tin and copper, and then iron plates, so that should also be fine. The tin copper wire can be made in the small electronics assembly machines, so that's also interesting. Yeah, let's check out below. We also might wanna see how we're doing on power. Basically, the fact that we're using half of this for landfill is kind of painful, but it's also necessary. So yeah, we're just stuck with that. I think once we have green research, washing 2 and the geodes are a big deal. So we'll probably be looking forward to getting those. Just grab some iron here, that's fine. And these are starting to back up, right? We've got a little bit of backlog everywhere, but that's fine. Yeah. So next step for those guys would be these. So let's wait that out and first create these over here, and then we might create these either on this side here or over here. Yeah. Okay, let's build it out a little. So we're gonna start with so I think it makes sense here to try and do we could do like a chain, so have at first have the one that makes copper wire, then sneak tin in between, create tinned copper wire. Let's see, so this crafting speed, they use 10 copper cable in 0.5 seconds. So that's actually insane, right? This is the copper cable. Yeah, so those are, we get 2 in half a second, and then this uses 10 in half a second. So if like we could make this 2 to 1 and it still wouldn't be the correct ratio. So let's plan that we could have 2 to 1 eventually, and just put down 2 and sneak tin plate through. So we'll want that over here. Let's take a little bit of space, and we'll have 1, 2 of these, I think. Yeah, and then the last one needs to be an assembler. I guess we do have that as well, so we're fine on that, but it's already created. We'll use them eventually. Okay, so we have one of these guys. They'll make copper cable. Yep. Okay, then we have another one of these guys. We'll place it one away, and it will make tinned copper cable. And we'll have this one grabbing from here. And then we'll have another one grabbing from a belt, which we're about to bring up. So let's do it like this. Yep. And then another bit of underground belts. Okay, there we go. So this will now start making the tinned copper wire, and then we'll be producing these out of them, which require iron plates. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the same thing actually, I think. Yeah, that makes sense, right? So put an assembly machine here, do direct insertion for this guy, and well, they only do use 2 tinned copper wire, so maybe I want to output this, throw it onto a belt. I think that actually makes sense, so let's do that instead. Yeah, let's maybe grab some iron. We have a little bit over here that I can get. We'll put down a splitter and redo this. That's fine. Okay, so here what we're gonna do is we'll have some underground belts to allow this to go through. So it will be like, then we can replace this by a splitter, and this will be like this, and then we run out of belt. So let's put down an inserter here, and this will be like such. Okay, so let's fill this in. And we'll have an assembly machine creating this intermediate recipe, and we've run out of arms. How are we doing landfill wise? I'm also gonna check out, yeah, there actually is quite a bit of backlog on iron here, so I can pick that up. Maybe I should be, yeah, so the problem is that given how long the belts are, working with a buffer at this point isn't quite worth it, because the buffer will be output again on the same belt, so it doesn't really make sense to do it. It won't help me gather it up, and I don't want to have a like an actual chest that gathers it up, because yeah, it's just pretty wasteful. Um, so I'm just gonna grab some of this and then leave these guys to it again. Electricity wise, we're still running pretty good. We do need to take care that the true cap doesn't, like, I don't think it's actually the cap that's in the interface, but that's fine. Okay, so couple more inserters, couple more belts. We'll do it like this, right? So we have a new recipe here, and now the question is, do we want to make the final step over here or over here? I guess over here is fine, because then we'll do green science here, and yeah, maybe we'll lead it, like make a science area over here. The red science won't have to be that big, right? It's not that heavy on the production, and we could easily put another 4 of these over here. So I think that actually makes sense. Or yeah, though, yeah, having a specialized science area. Yeah, I guess we could do it down here actually. But then yeah, so the problem is always you need to change stuff back down there, right? So yeah, we'll see. Yep, we need these guys, and then for the other item we need the basic circuit boards and the tin plate. So the tin plate we do like this, we split it off, and then we'll go like such. So these should be going up there probably. For these guys we need basic circuit boards. Yeah, okay. So let's bring those up as well. We've got a couple of belt to craft, and let's bring this up like this. It's not really part of the bus, right? But it's sort of this temporary bus. I did take quite a lot of space here, and yeah, I guess it began here. So if I would have done this a little bit more, like a little bit to the right, I wouldn't have taken so much space here. But I'm not that unhappy about it, as in it could have been more efficient, but I actually think that taking the room means that we have room for improvement, quite in the literal sense. Let's see. Yeah, we are running a little low on landfill at the moment. Yeah, I feared that, but that's no problem. We'll just go back down and see if we have some more to grab. This is landfill, and then more landfill. Output wise, these are all doing fine. We might at some point want to do the output of some of these and just make landfill out of it, because we'll saturate this belt. But for now, this is totally fine. Let's see, backlog wise, this is still running, but it won't be for long. Same goes here, I guess. It's this one is filled up, so it will kind of start backlogging, but as soon as we turn green signs on, of course it will no longer will be backlogged, so because then the materials will actually be used. Yeah, we'll need a little bit more over here, and we'll have basically this guy will move like this. We'll merge this up, and let's do it like this. Let's go here and then here, and then put down an assembler. So this assembler is gonna make these. Put down 2 inserters, one for the close one for the far one. Put down a power pole, some space for the exit, because that's what it is. And we'll have the one, we'll have the other. We can merge these two, and then so the thing is that we might want to semi-bus this, but for now I'm fine with that. What's also interesting to observe is that the copper is actually not backing up here. I mean, I just built this, so that's fine, but it's interesting to see, right? It might be that at some point we want to do the other ore as well to make sure that we've got enough copper. Yeah, so we can fill this up, I guess. Yeah, just about. So let's bring this over here. We'll need some more belt. And then let's go grab some landfill. Here. How we're doing down here. Yeah, it's not a lot, so I'm also gonna go ahead and grab some mud we have. That's a decent amount. Okay, so I'm not gonna fall into the same trap. I'm just gonna wait it out and not craft anymore. And just wait on this until if we need to, even if we need to craft something else. Yeah, so I guess the problem is I would now take the mud and then do like a cancel, and then we're screwed basically. This is all backing up nicely, so I want to leave that in place. Landfill wise, we've got a little bit that we can use. And this we're gonna put on one belt. We're gonna add a little bit of landfill here. We'll put down an assembly machine. 2 inserters. Let's craft a couple more. Yeah, so I guess I can safely cancel this. I can. That's good. So here I'll be making green sign specs. And we'll need some more power poles as well. Yeah. So now the matter is just where are we going to do the science. I guess I'll chain this up here and we'll build it here. And then for the other stuff we can chain it down. We probably want to build it on this side and maybe chain it down a little bit like that. That would be fine. Let's bring this up then. It will need a little bit of underground belt, but that's okay. This will need a little bit of a bend though, but we can make that happen as well. And then we want to craft a little more these underground belts. Yep. So one more here. Okay, let's create this setup and just change this under here. And let's go like this. Yeah, a couple more belts. And we're ready to start doing our first green science. Let's create a little bit of space in order to allow future science to be connected there. I'm gonna craft one of those labs if I may. Yep, awesome. And then we're good to go. Yeah, we're nearly there. I'm gonna put the science packs that I've accidentally picked up in there because that's kind of relevant. These can go in here. These can go in here, I guess. Yep. These can go in here. Yeah. And we have some automatic backlog. Yeah, this is waiting on iron. That's fine. And we have one of these labs. What we also could be doing is setting it up with a chain, but I guess this is more resource efficient, and yeah, it should be good. Did I need this one already for the? I guess. I don't know. Okay, so we get to research something now. So this is kind of the problem that I didn't prepare for this, right? So let's see. If we look at the geode washing thing, we're gonna be doing this, right? It's just heavy mud water, and then we'll get these geodes, which with sulfuric acid will make crystal slurry, or we can crush into dust, which needs geode processing 1. Oh, this needs geode processing 2, but we're actually not that far away from this. So we might as well run that immediately. If it makes sense, right? And crystal dust, what can we do with that? Then we can also make crystal slurry. That requires geode processing too. And let's check out how the... So I'm not sure if it actually... so this gives 10 dust to 50 slurry. And how can we make slurry? From crystal powder? Okay, I think this is outside of our reach for a while, right? Yeah, that's quite an advanced tech. We can make it from raw geodes. 5 of any geode or 10 crystal dust. And if we crush the geodes into crystal dust, then we get 1 crystal dust and 2 crushed stone out of that. Wait, so if we want to make crystal slurry, this is 5 to 20, right? And this is 10 to 50. So this is a ratio of 5. and this is a ratio 4, right? So that's, I guess, yeah, so we get times 5 from dust and times 4 from geodes, but crushing these guys is 2 to 1. So that means that in the end we get, yeah, we get less from that, but we do get 2 crushed stone, right? So what can we do with the crushed stone? We can, yeah, we can make that into slag slurry as well. So that's a way we could go about it. I guess we want to research it in any case, right? I'm not sure. Like these ones are quite high up as well, but I think this is by far the one that we need most. Yeah, so let's maybe try to set up some recipes with this and see where we end up. Okay, so let's figure out and another production. So what we want to do is get the in the end we want to get, I guess, ore, right? So maybe let's go for iron ore. So iron ore we get from this guy, for example. So he wants 2 iron ore. Okay. So in order to get this, we need this, which we can get from crushing or crushing. It doesn't really matter, right? This we get from. Okay. So show hidden, I guess. Show hidden warehousing. Show disable. Can I actually get this and sort it? Okay, that's weird. I guess I need to tag before I can find it there, right? So this goes into crystal dust, goes into crystal slurry, which then is, yeah, crystal slurry. So that's it's this step in the process. So so instead of slag slurry, we can be using crystal slurry here, which I think can use a ceramic filter instead of a charcoal filter, which for the crystal slurry to mineral sludge doesn't really matter, but for the it uses a different kind of water as well, I think. Yeah, so this uses purified water and this uses mineralized water. So that's a way we could be using this mineralized water if we wanted to. So these ceramic filters use alumina, and yeah, I don't think we're there by a long shot. So I think for now we always want to be using the one that uses charcoal. That should be fine in either case. We're doing landfill wise, yeah, we'll want some more, so let's keep it like this for now. Yeah, I guess we'll need to wait out the washing too in order to get this. How are we doing production wise? We could add another lab if we wanted to, though in actuality it looks like this guy, it takes long enough to actually, did I do something? No, I didn't do something wrong here, right? Yeah, this is just waiting for copper, which makes sense because we will need quite a lot. Yeah, okay, so we're basically, yeah, we're really looking to make this more efficient, and the geode washing thing is I'm pretty sure the way to do it. So what we're gonna end up building is this needs to be sorted, right? So we'll have pressures. So what I think I'll do is set this up in somewhere parallel, somewhere around here. And then we'll have the crystal dust, which goes into crystal slurry, which goes into mineral sludge. So in the end, we want to end up here with the mineral sludge and being able to put that in here, and then we can use the rest of the chain. So that's sort of the aim. So if we think backwards, we'll have like a couple of these plants around here, a couple of these plants around here. We want to have some crushers over here, so I'm actually like, we should maybe be starting down here with creating this new setup. Yeah, that actually makes a decent amount of sense. That also means we'll need a ton of landfill to do it, but that's fine. Power wise we should be good. We'll probably use washers too for this process. At least I think that makes sense. We'll also need to do something with the mud. I guess crafted into landfill makes sense. I mean this box still, that this box fills up doesn't really matter, right? Because this washing installation is meant to produce mud. But yeah. Okay, it's good. All seems to be running fine. So let's go back up. How we're doing iron plate wise, I can grab some. Though there are actually not that many in the backlog because it's being split. Here it's being split, so yeah, we are running a little low, I guess, in that sense. Yeah, if we're, yeah, I mean we could be building out our power to build out, like scale this horizontally. I guess we should have done that before building the research, right? It would have been fine. Let's also check out where we are on that. So we'll have fermentation process. We'll have these nutrient extractor, nutrient paste. This geode processing too. We have a new angels ores thingy that might be relevant. This is also, I guess, it's a lot faster, but it's not more efficient, right? So that's really what we're looking for here. It's more efficiency. These can make the, if we have the mineral catalysts, this can make our ore conversion 1-to-1. That seems like something relevant. So now it's 4-to-3. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna make a cut for YouTube. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.